What's up guys, it's Tommy here and welcome to a brand new Liverpool transfer news video. And as you can see, I've redone my living room and I really hope that you guys will enjoy the new setup. Erling Haaland is the topic of today's video because according to the sporting director of Red Bull Salzburg, Erling Haaland's former club, he said that Haaland will eventually end up at Liverpool FC. So what do you think about that prospect? Do you think Haaland will be a good signing for Liverpool? Do you think he's good enough to replace Roberto Firmino in the long term? Not necessarily in 1 year, but maybe in 2 or 3 years. So the Norwegian sensation, after he left Salzburg for Dortmund, he scored 24 goals in just 27 games for Dortmund, an absolutely incredible goals per game ratio. And also in the Champions League, his goals per game ratio is nothing short of sensational. We will talk about that later, but first let me ask you guys to leave a like on this video if you enjoy these, subscribe if you are new to my channel, turn on the notifications so you never miss the latest uploads. And the Salzburg chief executive Christoph Freund believes that the striker will eventually take another step in his footballing career. He appeared on Sky Sports alongside Germany legend Lothar Matthäus, and when Matthäus suggested that Liverpool FC could be a potential destination for Haaland, Freund, the Salzburg CEO, said that's where he will land. He can play for any club in the world. With his mentality, his will, with his self-confidence, he can make a mark on European football in the next 10 years. Matthäus also added Dortmund is one of the top 10 teams in Europe, but there are 5 or 6 better teams, and that is where Haaland will play at some point. I'm thinking of the top clubs, not necessarily Bayern Munich, because Robert Lewandowski will be playing there for the next 2 or 3 years, and Haaland will probably not stay in Dortmund that long. Haaland announced himself in European football with 28 goals in just 22 games in his first full season at Salzburg, and it would prove to be his only full season. But however, Freund says that this sort of situation is quite normal for a club like Salzburg. Erling Haaland was not a special story in that respect, he said. That doesn't hurt us at all. It makes us proud because it's part of our concept. The player can take the next step. We can get income through the transfer, and we can invest that in scouting and in acquiring new talent, among other things. In addition, there is again a free place in the squad that the next talent can take. It is a confirmation for us that we are on the right path and that we are on the right course for this football club. For example, over the summer, another striker, Hwang Chan, left Salzburg for RB Leipzig. But Freund says the connection between the clubs doesn't mean that Salzburg have to sell their main talents to Leipzig. He said, no, we are an independent club and we make our own decisions. And even Jurgen Klopp confirmed that Liverpool were interested in Haaland, but Haaland wanted only to go to a club where he can be a starting striker. And at Dortmund, they didn't have really an out-and-out striker. Mario Götze was playing in a striker position before Haaland went there. So he wanted to go to a top 10 European club where he can play week in, week out. Now that is the big conundrum, big question. If Liverpool sign him in 2 years or in 3 years or maybe even next summer, will Haaland come in and play ahead of Bobby Firmino, or will he come in and fight for his place? I don't think Haaland wants to go to a club where he will be a bench player. I think his next step will be to a club maybe more successful and bigger than Dortmund. Not many clubs are bigger than Dortmund, especially not in Germany. So I can only see him going to one of Manchester United, Liverpool, and not sure about Barcelona. I'm not sure if they want that kind of striker. But Haaland would be a terrific signing for Liverpool. And Jurgen Klopp wanted to sign Haaland when he was at Salzburg, but Haaland said that he wants to go to a club where he can play every week. So that left Haaland with only 2 or 3 clubs to choose from, and in the end that's why he went to Dortmund, because there was a free spot at striker position for Haaland to take, because he wanted to play every week And I mean, Haaland once said that he would love to play for Liverpool back then when he was playing for Molde. So I think he's a Liverpool fan, even though right now he doesn't declare that openly. But his numbers speak for themselves because, as I said, he already has 24 goals in 27 games for Dortmund. He had 29 goals in 27 games for Red Bull Salzburg, so it's no wonder that Klopp snapped him up. I mean, his Champions League debut with Salzburg, in just 6 group games, he scored 8 goals, and after that he scored 2 goals in 2 games for Dortmund in the Champions League in the second half of last season, and then this season he also already has 2 goals in 2 games in the Champions League. So his record in the Champions League: 8 goals in 7 games for Salzburg, 4 goals in 4 games for Dortmund. Absolutely outstanding. I mean, in the Bundesliga, he has 18 goals in just 20 games. That is honestly out of this world. As a 21-year-old, I have never seen anybody put up numbers like that, apart from Kylian Mbappe. I think Erling Haaland and Kylian Mbappe could be the next Messi and Ronaldo if they develop at the rate that they are going. And there is a video going around when Salzburg found out that they will play Liverpool in the Champions League group stage 2 seasons ago, or last season. Haaland said that it's a dream come true for him to play at Anfield, to play in front of the Liverpool fans. And I think that says a lot about what great admiration Haaland has for Liverpool, and also that probably he has a soft spot for Liverpool. I mean, many Norwegian fans are Liverpool fans, so Haaland could be one of them as well. His youth coach, his former youth coach, who discovered him at Brine, I'm not sure how to pronounce his hometown club, where he started in the academy at the age of 5. This is what he said: "I saw Erling Haaland for the first time when he was 5 years old, when he joined indoor training with a group 1 year older than him. His first 2 touches led to goals. He was very, very good from the first moment, even though he hadn't played in the club before. He started playing in his own year group, but because he was so much better than everybody else, we immediately put him up to the under-6 team, and the rest is history." For the reserve team, he scored 18 goals in 14 games, and he made his debut for the Breen first team in 2016, so 4 years ago, when he was just 17 years old. And then he signed for Molde, and for Molde he scored 20 goals in 50 games, especially his second season where he scored 16 goals in 30 games was his breakthrough season, and that's when Salzburg snapped him up. And also for Norway, he has 6 goals in 7 games, which is an incredible record. Unluckily for him, they couldn't make it to the Euros, so you won't be able to see Haaland and Norway at the European Championships. But he already won 2 Bundesliga titles with Salzburg, the Austrian Bundesliga that is. He also won an Austrian Cup with Salzburg, and he also won the Austrian Footballer of the Year award, and he also won the FIFA Under-20 Golden Boot at the World Cup in 2019, where I remember in one game Haaland scored 9 goals in the Under-20 World Cup, which is, I have never heard anybody do that before, honestly. And I want to tell you guys one Liverpool fan's reaction to this rumor, because I think it's brilliant. If this were indeed to happen, and I'm not going to get into how big an if that is, it would rank alongside Thiago for the most confident I have ever been about the signing, settling in at Liverpool and living up to the hype. Listen to this: the guy, Erling Haaland, plays like he has one purpose in life, and that is scoring goals, and other things like breathing and existing are just secondary, and that helps him get to another goal. that is just a brilliant comment. I love that, and I fully agree. I think Haaland would live up to the hype if he were to sign for Liverpool. And John Aldridge said that Firmino lost his sharpness recently, and that is a cause for concern at Liverpool. Let's listen to his what he says. I am still a big Bobby Firmino fan. I love him as a player and what he brings to the side, but things are not good with him, and I haven't been for some time now. He has dipped well below his best for the last year or so, and maybe he does need a rest. He certainly needs something, because at the moment we are not seeing the player who has played such a key role in the rise under Jurgen Klopp. He has dipped well below his best for the last year or so, and maybe he does need a rest. He certainly needs something, because at the moment we are not seeing the player who has played such a key role in the rise under Jurgen Klopp. He's blunt, he's lost that sharpness, and he's not getting in the box enough. He will know, and the manager will know, I do myself as a centre forward, that is just not happening for him at the moment. He seems to be doing all his work in areas where it's not hurting defenders and needs to be causing them problems in and around the box. I do still think we need him, because he's a fantastic player, and the manager has got to find a way to get him ticking again in the way he was a couple of years ago. And I agree, but the problem is that Firmino has rarely been prolific across his career to date. He had one season where he scored 27 goals, but otherwise he barely gets 20 goals a season. But I think he should be still scoring more goals for Liverpool. That's true. But let's give him time, and I think Jurgen Klopp will figure it out. And we have Diogo Jota, who can share the goal scoring burden now. So it's not just Mane and Salah who are relied upon to score goals at the moment, which is very, very important. But Firmino's goal scoring is very much a concern. In his last 28 games, he just scored 3 goals. In his last 18 games, he just scored 2 goals. And that's just not enough. I mean, 28 games is half a season. And for Firmino to score just 3 goals in half a season worth of games is very, very low of a striker who is pure world class. He needs to do better than that. And Jamie Carragher also weighed in on this conundrum that Liverpool face. I don't think anyone is calling for Firmino to be dropped as such, and this all of a sudden becomes Liverpool's front three, but Bobby Firmino right now is not a huge goal threat. At times he's in the team for different aspects of his game. A lot of that is pressing, working, winning the ball back, supplementing the wide strikers, but you also still want goals from him and assists. And he's playing in the attacking part of the pitch, and if Jota is actually bringing that, I do think it just gives you an extra goal threat Liverpool at times possibly lack. If in the next few weeks things continue how they are with Bobby Firmino, you may be looking to get Jota in as an extra body on that pitch who you feel could get you a goal at any time in any game. Liverpool are one of the top goal scorers in the league, but sometimes you do watch Liverpool and you think there is so much pressure on Mane and Salah to score, because the midfield three are not really going to score. Virgil van Dijk was always a huge threat from set pieces, but that's gone now. And with the fullbacks are great at assisting, they are not fullbacks who get goals either, really. So there's so much pressure on that front two of Mane and Salah, and that's why maybe in the next few weeks, if things continue how they are with Firmino, Liverpool may be looking to get Jota in as an extra body who can score goals. He's in a good moment, a good player, really happy that we could make that signing. That's what Jurgen Klopp said on Jota, and it's a win-win situation. I think we can help him and he can help us a lot. And there is an argument to be made that Liverpool should switch maybe to the 4-2-3-1 formation and either put Firmino behind the striker and Jota on the wing, Mane up front, Salah on the right, or play Firmino up front, Jota behind him, Mane on the left, Salah on the right, or something like that. But Liverpool need to work something out where either they put Jota in the starting lineup with Firmino or instead of Firmino. But Jota needs to start. He deserves to start. He has been so good lately. I don't think he should be benched, especially against Manchester City. So what I would do is I would play maybe Firmino with Minamino and Shaqiri against Atalanta, and I will play Mane, Jota and Salah up front against Manchester City. But I'm not Jurgen Klopp, and I fully trust whatever Jurgen Klopp does. I fully trust his judgment. He sees the players every day in training, so he knows more information about them. That's pretty evident. Michael Richards, who I absolutely love as a pundit at Sky Sports, said this: "You've got Jordan Henderson and Gini Wijnaldum in midfield. Quite similar. They work hard, they can pass the ball. But I would be tempted to throw Jota in the midfield role, or drop Firmino back and play Jota out on the wing. Jota has got that technical ability. He can find the pass. I watched him a load of times at Wolves, even in the Championship before he came to the Premier League, thinking, can he step up? He showed he can do that at Wolves, and now he's playing with even better players. I wouldn't be too hasty in trying to get Firmino out of the team, because he has done an exceptional job for the way Liverpool want to play. I'm talking about putting Jota in that hole. There is a space in there for him. He's too good to be on the bench, but he's just finding that right spot for him. And I think that's a very good analysis by Michael Richards. So let me know, what would you do in this situation if you were Jurgen Klopp? I would love to hear that. And thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. Have a nice day. See you later. Goodbye.